What's up, guys? In today's video, I'm going to share with you my recent experience with my 5-day fast. Recently, I decided to do my longest strict fast ever, 5 days. I've gone 4 days, I've gone 10-day cleanse with very minimal nutrients, no food. But I can tell you that there's probably not many people, especially in North America, that have been more consistent with longer form fasting than myself. So I have a lot of experience with it. But recently, it was kind of inspired, whether you call it a message from God or whatever, to do this 5-day fast and experiment with that. So once I made up my mind, because normally I do a 48-hour fast to start every week. Once I made up my mind and I didn't tell anybody, it was Monday night, so I'm partway into my 48-hour fast. That was it. There was no second guessing it. There was no, okay, feel sorry for yourself. And it more than surpassed my expectations, more than surpassed what I was expecting, as you're gonna hear about it. So a big part of this 5-day fast was something that I've been working on is I believe once you get into a longer fast, or even if you're doing 48, 1 meal a day, you have to push yourself physically for biological reasons and for just getting more back to your primal roots. So in this 5-day fast, every day I worked out at least once of some sort, whether it was a weighted vest walk, jiu-jitsu, walking with the dogs, hiking with the dogs. I hit some very hard lifting sessions. As a matter of fact, halfway through on Wednesday, I was pushing heavy weights that I don't normally do anymore, just because I didn't need a lot of volume, right? I know what I was gonna feel like, which I'll explain as you transition through this. So I hit one heavy set of my box squat, of my incline dumbbell bench, which I got hundreds for 17 or 18 reps. And I haven't done that in a while. But it was this concept of that, right? Of push yourself beyond your limits when you're doing this. Jiu-jitsu, day 4. So that was my second jiu-jitsu session. Did great. No performance issues. I finished the 5-day fast that morning, that Friday. I did a half-a-mile barbarian walk like the Liver King does, where I had like 3 plates on the sled, my 80-pound vest, 70-pound kettlebells. Performed that, no problem. Felt awesome. I did it at 40-degree on that last day, 40-degree plunge tub for 3 minutes. Felt fantastic. So performance was there. Right, I pushed the body, but I allowed the body to rest, if that makes sense. Like I was just kind of reading my body, right, in this longer fast. So the benefits of the 5-day fast, right, the immune system resets. That actually happens after 72 hours of fasting. Definitely gonna drop body fat if that's something quickly that you wanna do. And I actually thought of a cool challenge I'll surprise you guys with: body fat contest and longer form fasting. So I always said if I was gonna do another bodybuilding show, fasting, long form fasting would be a huge part of that preparation. But going back to dropping body fat, reduce inflammation, sleep, you start getting into this deep sleep, some very vivid dreams. And I actually had a dream about my boy BK during the 5-day fast, and he texted me at the end of that week that he had a dream about me too. So there's that. I guess that would kind of lead into the next thing I want to talk about. There's a huge spiritual component to when you get into a longer fast like that. And you think about different religious texts, you think about Jesus fasting 40 days in the desert. You go to this calm place, right, if you're not resisting it, and just the mental clarity and your connection with the earth and everything around you, because food is a drug, right? It can be a stimulant and a distraction. So the huge spiritual component, and your brain is firing on all cylinders in a good way, clarity on everything. The benefits are multiple when you do a 5-day fast. You're gonna feel like a different person when it's done. So you might be asking yourself, what does a 5-day fast look like? Can I have Gatorade? Can I have bone broth? Can I do this and that? I'm gonna tell you what I do personally. It was the juice concoction, right, the water, a couple different kinds of salt, sea salt, low salt, which is your potassium, and baking soda. Drinking that when I'm drinking my water. Taking my supplements, vitamin D and such, taking creatine. So that's something that's gonna be a part of future fasting programs that we have. But that's it really. You could drink black coffee and you could drink plain tea if you want, but I don't really use that stuff anymore at this point. So it's just strict, right? You're not consuming anything else. I didn't even chew gum, anything like that, right? I didn't want to trick my digestive system. And that's what it looks like. So when I broke the fast on a Friday night, I was at an event with a lot of my buddies, and I broke it with a few IPAs, which I always tell people, joke with people, the best way to break a fast is with the beer. So you don't have to be rigid with this stuff, right? Normally I recommend, you could break it with fruit when you're doing something long, if this is your first time. And then I had my meal. Again, we were at a barbecue, and I ate a ton. And I could have honestly kept going. I could have gone right back into a longer fast the next day. Felt fantastic, but that's what a 5-day fast looks like. No, you're not chewing anything. You're not drinking any calories. It's straight water, air, and whatever's going on in your mind. So I do have more longer fasting planned, upcoming for myself and others. But I can tell you this, and this was not a coincidence. I actually wrote about this recently. The week after the 5-day fast was what I would consider one of the best weeks of my life, just relationally, as a leader, as having clarity. So when I look at it, I'm like, man, that week ranked in my all-time weeks. What was different? It was just preceding with a 5-day fast and the clarity. And remember, it kind of cleanses everything out, not only your physical body, but your mind and your spirit. You see things much more clearly. So that was the biggest benefit for me. If you wanted to know weight-wise, which I didn't do last time I did a long fast, people were bugging me, so I decided to do it this time. Started at 231, finished it at 222 and a half. Sure, I kept some of that body fat off. Again, that's not a huge deal to me right now with what I'm trying to share with you guys, but that was it. That was it, guys. Highly recommend it. Thanks for watching today's video, guys. I need you to do a few things for me. I need you to hit the like button. That allows me and YouTube to know that you like the content I'm putting out, and I'll put out more of it for you. I need you to leave a comment. If you had a question, I will answer it for you. If you had a critique, I will take that into consideration as I make more videos like this. And lastly, I need you to hit the subscribe button and the notification button. That'll allow you to be alerted when I put out a new video, so you make sure that you don't miss anything that I'm teaching you guys on a weekly basis.